Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Nike finally delivers Caitlin Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlin Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here. She's made a cameo there. She was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there. But is this our first official Caitlin Clark solo commercial since she has joined the WNBA? And as well, WNBA ratings from this past week in non-Caitlin Clark games on NBA TV have been released, and they have hit an embarrassing new low. Let's start right there, shall we? NBA TV, WNBA games, Sparks versus the Sky. We have Kelsey Plum, we have Angel Reese, we have Haley Van Lith, and I'm only mentioning Haley Van Lith and Angel Reese because this is the graphic that they love to shove in our face. This is what people like to show as this is how marketable X player is. This is why X player is so popular. This is why this game draws so many views. Well, if we use that nonsensical logic, a game that features Angel Reese, a game that features Haley Van Lith, a game that features Kelsey Plum should for sure average more than 240,000 viewers. It gets worse. The Los Angeles Sparks versus the Minnesota Lynx. Another Kelsey Plum game going up against last year's runner-ups, the Minnesota Lynx. Top 2 player in the league, Napheesa Collier. Some people want to argue she's the best player in the league. She can score, she can defend. She's a 3-level scorer. She can defend on the perimeter. She can defend on the interior. Napheesa Collier is a straight-up baller. You're not going to get an argument out of me when it comes to that. Napheesa Collier can flat out play. But the Minnesota Lynx, they play a little bit of an old school style of basketball. It's a lot of ball movement, but it is still an old school style of basketball. The Los Angeles Sparks versus the Minnesota Lynx, 220,000 viewers. But don't worry, it gets worse. Look all the way at the bottom of your screen. Sun versus the Aces, the Connecticut Sun versus the Las Vegas Aces. You saw that correctly, folks. Your eyes were not lying to you. 100,000 viewers on NBA TV. 100,000 viewers on NBA TV. Now, I'm no mathematician, but if we take 240 and we add 220, 460, give or take. Sorry, I'm not a genius. And then we add another 100,000, 560,000 between those 3 games. 560,000 between those 3 games, and we are still less than the lowest viewership rating that Caitlin Clark has drawn on NBA TV this year. That is not good, number 1. That is embarrassing, number 2. And if I'm an owner, if I'm a negotiator on the behalf of the owners, when we get to this new CBA negotiation, I'm walking into that room with a file this thick with everything non-Caitlin Clark related, and I am showing you the difference between this is what I'm willing to pay based on a quality product that people want to watch, and this is what I'm willing to pay based on what you guys have been giving me for the last 25 years with less than 250,000 tuning in on NBA TV. 240,000, that's not very good. 220, that's not very. 100,000 is embarrassing. I thought we might have actually gotten away from that. I didn't think I would be seeing a 100,000 viewed WNBA game on television, period, this year. What have I been saying all year? As much as things change, things continue to remain the same. And that's Caitlin Clark's lowest viewed game, 581. Her highest viewed so far on NBA TV, 624,000. Folks, we're talking 3 times the amount. We are talking 2 times the amount on a random channel called NBA TV. What's it going to take for these other games' viewership to start? We need an influx of talent into the league immediately. An influx of talent, an influx of exciting play, and an influx of players that fans can get behind. An influx of players that casual fans can get behind. There's not many of that right now in the league. But on the positive side, while Caitlin Clark is out with an injury, is she going to be back for the Commissioner's Cup game? That remains to be seen. But on the positive side, Nike finally decides to release a Caitlin Clark commercial for her new Kobe 5 Pro player exclusives, available June 30th. Let's hear it. How are we feeling about that? We got the Mamba logo. We got the Mamba logo in her eyes. The long-awaited, highly anticipated Caitlin Clark player exclusive. Not her signature shoe. Remember, they're not creative enough to think of that. But that should be coming out in a few months as well. But the player exclusive, they're starting to give it the push. This is the rollout. We got a clothing line coming before the holidays. Let's see how many resources Nike puts behind Caitlin Clark now that we're going to start getting some of her merchandise coming out. And fans are indeed excited. I miss my GOAT playing. Gonna go ham on this commercial. I thought it was a nice commercial myself. Where is her own shoe? We're waiting on that. We are waiting on that. Wow. Y'all must have a fever or something. Oh, what a great double play on words. What a great double entendre. They got a fever because Nike hasn't been marketing Caitlin Clark at all. So are you guys okay? Are you guys sick? And then fever, Caitlin Clark. Of course, of course, of course. Oh, thank goodness. Time to buy Nike stock again. Caitlin Clark, Kobe 5 Pro. I can't wait to get a pair. This season can still be a thriller. Going back to Michael Jackson's Thriller video, where you get the twinkle in his eyes as well as he turns to a vampire at night. She did all that before y'all finally decided it was okay to get on board. Caitlin Clark, Nike, the rollout begins. WNBA ratings without Caitlin Clark. Brutal. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.